What's up? So, I remember making a video about this the first time that I watched the first FNAF movie, and I wanted to make a video talking about the second movie, because I just recently watched it. I didn't want to go to a movie theater, because that's yucky and cringy and blah 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 blah. So, I watched it elsewhere, so that's what took me so long to make a video on it. So, yeah, honest opinions. I won't be giving them. Let's talk about how Mike actually won Five Nights at Freddy's 2 the exact same way that I did. When I was playing FNAF 2, I was having a hell of a time with it for my first time. And there's way more difficult ones than that in the grand scheme. The Sister's Location is insanely difficult, but for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, when when I was playing it, I won by getting jump scared by Foxy in the middle of it turning 6 a.m. And I remember saying that. I was watching this movie as well with my mom again, and I said to her, man, I won FNAF 2 by this thing happening. And then just a little bit later in the movie, exactly that happened. And it was so freaking silly. And can we also talk about how they had Michael Afton in the movie? I did not expect that. Where's that little guy come from? I know that the community made him into like some kind of I only saw one animation actually, but some kind of like really nice edgy guy that's like, oh no, my father is a maniac. But in this movie he was like, I too am a maniac. Why don't you join me in maniacness, Vanessa? I don't get why you don't. It's just, I like purple. Our dad likes purple. Why can't you like purple too? It's a good color. Just be the man behind the slaughter. But also, I've never been a huge fan of the Marionette. Yeah, I know, an incredibly unpopular opinion. But in this movie, the Marionette was actually really scary, and I loved it. And why does the Marionette possess other people? Can we talk about the why? Why? It's usually the other way around. One of my favorite parts continues to be when Corey Kenshin shows up, because he is such an amazing YouTuber, and they keep on throwing him into these taxis with the animatronics and the kid, and he's like, why do I always have to be the taxi driver for you? He's so silly. I think he's one of the best YouTubers. You should go subscribe to him. Another thing that I loved, Mike picks up a Freddy and it makes the beatboxing meme sound. Wait, the beatboxing meme? You know the one? They literally ripped the audio from it. I love the references. I also love that they had Henry in it too. Big fan of Henry. He's a little bit of a problematic guy accidentally, and we love those. We love those. He didn't mean to cause a terrible genocidal world-ending type animatronic situation, but you know, these things, they just kind of happen, and we love Henry for it. We love Henry. So to see him in the movie going and being all Henry like, it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. And he almost sounded, I don't know this for certain, but he kind of sounded like the same voice actor in Pizzeria Simulator that's also supposed to be Henry, when he goes, audio prompt, and you have to have a staring contest with an animatronic across the table. Yeah, I kind of feel like they didn't have too much FNAF 2-ness in it. If I'm honest, that's one thing that I didn't really like about it, is most of it was kind of just people talking to each other and sort of interacting and walking around. Mike going on a date with Vanessa for some reason. I don't know, I guess he's a furry. He likes the bunnies or something. One of my favorite parts, the science fair project teacher being a douchebag, and then Abby, needs the freaking animatronics to be used as her science fair project, and specifically Chica, but the evil version of Chica, because that's something that happens. There's an evil version of Chica now that she thought was the old version that she was friends with, but just put in a new body. Nope, it's a bad one with malicious intent. But she tricks her, gets out into the real world, causes problems, and specifically gets upset at the science fair project guy for breaking Abby's heart with destroying her project, her original science fair project. And so Chica just looks at the science fair project guy and is like, I want to see what's in your head. And it is the funniest thing to me that she it's like, Chica, let's go kill the teacher, Chica. Let's kill the teacher, Chica. Chica from Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria. Then that's honestly pretty much the plot, everything that I just explained, because then those animatronics get out and they start causing menace, and then they kind of leave it on a cliffhanger like that. And I mean, that's sort of it. Honestly, I enjoyed it way more than the first movie. I liked the first movie, but I really actually enjoyed this movie. And it's always really fun to watch these with my mom, and she adores spending time with me and wants to watch a movie with me because she knows I like FNAF, so it's very enjoyable. And yeah, with that said, that's pretty much all there is to say. I hope that the next one, I hope we get a Sisters Location one, because I will freak if we do. I love Sisters Location. It was a traumatic experience with the screws. That section was one of the most hardest video game situations ever, but I'd love to see Mike go through it. Somehow that'll help me cope with it. Anyway, but yeah, with all that said, that's pretty much all there is to say. I'm gonna leave this video here. So, take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined. Out of the way. Also, on a side note, one of my favorite parts of the movie was when Balloon Boy got his head snapped off with the might of 1,000 suns, because I freaking hate Balloon Boy. And excuse me if I sound tired, but I just woke up. It was so important that I added the part where Balloon Boy dies, because I love that part so much that I needed to record this once I woke up.